The idea that, I guess, Congress can't respect religion, the establishment of religion, so they can't say this is the religion that the government is saying is proper or whatever.
For in school?
Don't think it's necessarily happening the way that it's intended to. I mean, people say like the Pledge of Allegiance, all that stuff under God, money says under God, and I agree with it, but don't think that it's necessarily happening.
You want the truth?
You want the truth?
It's good.
It's good?
Right?
Separation between religion and government.
I think about church and state and how they should be separated, how that's a good thing, and how in our country they're not really. The church and the state are all intertwined with our president, you know, saying that God speaks to him directly and whatnot. I think it's impossible to separate them.
I think there's not enough of it.
I just think of that whole debate over 10 Commandments being in that courthouse, abortion rights, and gay marriage.
United States.
The first things that come to mind, I guess, ideally the removal of religion from political decision making, and the absence of, I guess, religious-backed money in our political system.
In China, because China rules over, they like ain't what you can teach and what you can't. But I don't know if that means there's not.
Not really. I mean, I feel like in other countries it's not as much of an issue. It's expected that, you know, the government is run by people and people often have religious or spiritual views. And, you know, like in Italy, the Vatican is a huge part of their government, I think. Or at least it's like really influential and they don't seem to have a problem with that.
Soviet Union.
Well, I've heard of controversies about it outside the U.S. I know in France they've had a lot of problems because they've banned like Muslim headscarves and like Christian necklaces and like any display of your religion in schools. So there's
No.
Not off the top of my head that I can think of. I'd assume that it exists in other places. I mean, other countries I think are a lot more religious, like tied to their government, but I don't know of any off the top of my head.
I think like Canada, Australia, some other kind of freer countries have the same idea where there's no state mandated religion.
I get it from my peers.
Probably magazines, journals.
Awesome.
Probably just from the general media, which is not a very good source, but...
School, mostly, like high school history classes, reading on the internet, that sort of thing.
Classes and I guess what I hear from other people.
Awesome.
Just in policies in the government, you can just kind of see where there's religious influence, and because politicians will bring it up.
Well, I don't know. I do a lot of reading, I guess. Newspaper, internet, magazines.
Awesome.
I guess just growing up in America, hearing what people talk about, teachers and classes and stuff like that, and then, I mean, I traveled, studied abroad in Spain for a year. You can kind of see the differences between how America does it in other countries.
Awesome.
High school history class.